In this video, I survived Minecraft for 64 days. In my last video, I survived for the first 20 days, but you don't have to watch that video to enjoy this one. Also, as of right now, I've only got 8 subscribers, so if you end up liking this video, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified for future uploads. We start out on day 23 because I was AFK on days 20 and 21, letting my farm grow. After I collected all my carrots, I went and traded with the villagers for some sweet emeralds. I stole all the beds from the villager houses before going to sleep and getting started on where all the villagers were going to be staying from now on. It wasn't done yet, but I wanted to make sure the villagers were tethered to their beds, so I started collecting their workstations and boating them across the village. When I got back to my bed, this annoying Fletcher was sleeping in it, so I woke him up and watched him walk away shamefully. The next day, I expanded my wheat farm because I needed some more wheat for my animals, and when I got back to my bed at the end of the day, the stupid Fletcher was sleeping in it again. First he pushed me out of my AFK spot, then he harassed my cat, and now he's sleeping in my bed. I'd had it. It's time for him to die. With him out of the way, I saved my axolotl from a boat and hoed until my hoe broke. Later in the day I made a pen for my sheep before getting started on this copper thing, but I ended up tearing it apart because I was missing one block. As the sun set, I watched Blueberry playing in my carrot farm before going to sleep. The next day I finished my copper square, then went for a mending book. I broke and replaced that electron all day, but the villager just would not let me buy one. I went to sleep and the next day the villager would finally let me buy a mending book. I tamed a cat, then made my 2 big cats make a small cat, and then placed the last 2 books of my enchanting table. I found my axolotl in the farm again, so I put them back in the pond, then collected my carrots. I spent the rest of the day trading carrots with the villagers, then I planted them back in the morning. I also expanded my farm a bit more so I could get more stonks. I wasn't satisfied with the size of the villager house, so on day 31 I tore down one of the walls and expanded it a bit more. As I was laying down the floor, this villager kept on getting in the way, and of course he was a Fletcher. At some point while building, I decided I wanted some more iron, so I started to kill this iron golem, but like an idiot I stayed too close and he almost one-shot me. I found a cat in the villager house that I thought I was done building, but I just kept on making it bigger and bigger. I had plenty of cows, so I slaughtered a few of them for some beef, then actually finished my enchanting table. I spent day 33 moving everything to my new chest and sorting my stuff. I found another cat while running around, but I already had enough cats, so I killed it. The next day, I finally decided to put a roof on top of the house, and in the evening as I was building, I spotted something outside. Oh, I'm really glad you guys like the house. I worked really hard on it. Is that a kid? I killed another iron golem and then placed the last few slabs on the roof, finally finishing the house. Or so I thought. The doors weren't symmetrical, so I had to move a wall over a few blocks to make it even. Alright, I get it, you like the house, you can do it inside now. Day 37, I was going for a Fortune 3 book. After a while, the librarian offered me a Looting 3 book, and I seriously considered it, but I'm glad I didn't because shortly after I got a Fortune 3 book. I didn't have a diamond pickaxe anymore because reasons, so I put Fortune 3 on an iron axe that I named Fortune Axe 1, even though it's a pickaxe. I farmed my carrots, traded with the villagers, killed an iron golem that was mad at me for some reason, then finally went mining for some diamonds with my Fortune 3 pickaxe. Upon entering the cave, I was greeted with some skeletons which I happily killed. After a bit of exploring, I found an amethyst geode in the wall and collected some amethyst. Later, I found a ravine and another yellow axolotl that I would add to my collection. I say would because I was trying to cover up this lava pit below and I accidentally picked up the water and the axolotl fell into the lava pit. Rip carrot 2. I had found a mine shaft, so I ran around lighting the place up, mining ores, and looting chests. I was attacked by a lot of creepers, but after a while I finally found my first diamonds. I found 4, so that was enough to make a pickaxe. Later I found a cave spider spawner that I planned to turn into an experience farm, but I never came back to it. After exploring the rest of the mine shaft, I killed a glow squid before going back to the surface. I'd managed to find 47 blocks worth of lapis, so I'd never need to go mining for lapis again. I made a new diamond pickaxe that I definitely would not lose, then went on to tend to my farm. I dug out some more of Axolotl Pond before putting some more beds in the villager house the next day. I dyed 1 sheep red and 1 sheep yellow so I could get some more wool colors. Then I made the sheeps make more babies. After collecting some dark oak from the forest, I headed towards the villager house, but for some reason this iron golem was mad at me. He ended up killing me, and for some reason he was even still mad after I respawned. Though, I guess he did have a right to be mad. I killed that piece of junk and went about my day. Day 43, I chilled with the axolotls for a while, then started collecting a lot of leaves for some reason. I think I was collecting them for an Enderman farm, but I was still like 50 days away from defeating the Ender Dragon. You guys are going to have to wait till 100 days for me to do that, so you should subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload it. On day 44, I killed a spider that was hiding in my sheep pen, then collected some more leaves before lighting up the area. Nothing happened on day 45 and 46, and on day 47 I replanted all my crops. Day 48, I started a strip mine all the way down the diamond level. I found a cave while digging, and inside I found a pink axolotl. After some digging and risking my axolotl's life again, I found some diamonds. I didn't have my fortune pick, so I would have to wait to mine them. There were 6 diamonds, and thanks to my fortune 3 pickaxe, I managed to get 16 from them. After collecting them, I went back to the surface to name my axolotl and make some diamond armor. After that, I went back to strip mining at diamond level. I mined for the entire day but didn't find a single diamond. I did find another amethyst geode though, and I collected all the amethyst shards. It took me forever to get back to my base because he moved so slow while crawling. When I made it back to the surface, my copper had started to oxidize and I placed even more beds in my villager house. Then as the night fell, I ran around lighting up the area. The next day my crops had finished growing, so I collected my wheat and my carrots, then fed the villagers. Day 52, I traded my freshly picked carrots with the villagers, then started tearing down the ceiling because it felt a little bit too cramped. After breaking all the slabs, I placed them all 1 block higher the next day. On day 54, I expanded my sugarcane farm to a nearby pond, then went AFK for a few days to let my farms grow. While I was AFK, a thunderstorm happened and ruined my copper's progress. I don't even know why I put this lightning rod on here in the first place. When I came out of my AFK box, I started leveling up the armorer so that I could get some diamond armor without going mining. After I was done, I had enough emeralds to buy the diamond leggings, but not enough to buy the diamond boots. So I collected my carrots and ended up having an entire inventory full of 27 stacks. I had so many carrots I didn't even have enough farmers that would buy them all. Once the farmers restocked, I sold all my carrots, then bought some diamond boots. I also enjoyed watching this iron golem almost die. The next day I made a grinding stone for a weaponsmith, then placed a bunch of sugarcane along the riverbank. At this point I was getting ready to defeat the Ender Dragon, so I grabbed some gold and went to the nether to trade it with a piglin. It took forever for the piglin to trade all the gold, and I only managed to get 5 ender pearls from 170 trades. The piglin was now useless to me, so once it finished trading, I killed him. I wanted to enchant my pickaxe with a level 30 enchantment, but I was 1 level short. So I went out to the mountains and killed monsters all night. When I got back, I enchanted my pickaxe with efficiency 4 and ended up getting Unbreaking 3 with it as well. I already had a mending book, so I bought Fortune 3 from the other librarian, then put them both on my pickaxe that I named Lucy. I spent the rest of the day preparing to go look for another fortress. Then on day 64, I bred my sheep and my cows before leaving you all on a cliffhanger.